You go to your EOR provider's website. You find the page that says Global Coverage. It shows a world map, flags everywhere, hundreds of countries listed. It looks comprehensive. It looks like they've got you covered. So you sign up, you pay the onboarding fee, you start the hiring process, and then, somewhere around week 2, you hit a wall. The country you need? They don't actually operate there directly. They have a partner. Here's something most EOR providers won't put on their homepage. When they say they cover a country, that can mean very different things. For some providers, it means they have a legal entity there, a real office, employed staff, local payroll infrastructure, compliance expertise built in-country over years. For others, and this is more common than you'd think, it means they have a partner, a third-party company in that country that they've contracted with to handle employment on their behalf. On paper, both count as coverage. In practice, they are completely different experiences. With a partner network, your hire is being managed by a company that your EOR has contracted with, a company you've never spoken to, never vetted, and have no direct relationship with. When something goes wrong, a payroll error, a compliance question, a tricky termination, your EOR calls their partner. Their partner investigates. You wait. And in countries with complex employment law, Brazil, India, Germany, Indonesia, waiting is exactly what you cannot afford to do. Let's talk about what this actually means for your business. If your EOR uses a partner network in the country where you're hiring, you need to ask yourself 3 questions. First, who is the legal employer of your hire? With a direct entity EOR, the answer is clear. The EOR is. They carry the legal risk. With a partner network, the answer can get complicated. Liability can blur between your EOR and their partner, and in the event of a dispute, that ambiguity costs you. Second, what is the support SLA when something goes wrong at 6 p.m. on a Friday in Jakarta? Direct entity, your named account manager. Who knows your business? Who picks up? Partner network, a support ticket sent to your EOR, who sends it to their partner, who may or may not have an English-speaking compliance team available. Third, what happens when employment law in that country changes? With a direct entity, your EOR's in-country team knows immediately. They update your contracts, your payroll, your benefits structure, proactively. With a partner, the information has to travel through an extra layer before it reaches you. Sometimes it doesn't travel at all. The teamed difference. At Teamed, we operate across 150 countries. And when we say operate, we mean operate. Not we have a contact there. Not we work with a local firm. Not coverage subject to partner availability. Owned entities, in-country expertise, local teams who understand the employment law in their market, not because they read it in a report, but because they live and work in it every day. That means when you want to hire in Germany, we have a German employment expert on your account. When you need to hire in Singapore, someone who knows the Employment Act, the CPF contributions, the specific requirements for your hire's role. When something unexpected happens in Brazil, and Brazil is a market where unexpected things happen, there is a real person with real in-country knowledge already working on your account. No relay race, no partner chain, no 72-hour wait while your EOR figures out who to call. Just your hire in their country with the right people already in place. So, if you're evaluating an EOR provider right now, here are 3 questions worth asking before you sign anything. 1. Do you own a legal entity in the specific country I need to hire in, or do you use a partner? Ask for this in writing. A legitimate provider will answer this clearly. 2. Who will be my named point of contact for employment questions in that country? If the answer is our support team, that's a partner network signal. 3. What is your onboarding SLA in that country? A direct entity provider can typically tell you 24 to 72 hours. A partner-dependent provider will often hedge. These aren't trick questions. They're the questions that separate providers who cover countries from providers who have countries covered. Global hiring should feel like a capability, not a risk. The right EOR doesn't just put flags on a map. They put people in countries. People who know the law, know your account, and are there when you need them. We've helped hundreds of companies hire across 150+ countries, from a first hire in the Netherlands to full workforce expansion across Southeast Asia. If you want to know whether we cover the specific countries you need and what that coverage actually looks like in practice, book a free consultation. No sales pitch, no commitment, just a clear answer. Visit teamed.global and book your free call. The link is in the description. And if this was useful, subscribe. We publish a new guide every week for founders and HR leaders building global teams. We'll see you in the next one.